I don't need anything else from the outer world to fulfill me, for me to be happy. I am happy because I am. I am happy just because of my very own existence. I don't need a job. I don't need a car. I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need a marriage. I don't need a bank balance for me to be happy. I am happy because I am that eternal bliss. I am Nityananda. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Is my devotion to Sadashiva really true? If it is really true, then I should be with him. So all this was going on. And then that pushed me to Inner Awakening in June 2009. And when I came for Inner Awakening, this one thing happened. On the second darshan of my Inner Awakening, I went up to the stage and Swamiji asked me, what do you want? I said, Swamiji, I don't want anything. Because I didn't go to ask for something in that darshan. I was so happy that Swamiji was there. He is Sadashiva and Sadashiva is there in human body. And finally, he put something into me to actually see him like that.
Yes.
So I was happy. Then he asked me again, what do you want? And by then I had already been watching Swamiji's satsang for over a year. I said, Swamiji, whatever I want, before even I want, you've already granted it. That's the way you are.
Yes.
He said, oh, okay. Third time he asked, what do you want? I said, Swamiji, I really don't want anything. Oh, he said, okay. I was about to get up from the stage and come down. And then Swamiji called me again. And he just looked straight into my eyes. And he told, you are going to become a sannyasi of the Nityananda order. Get ready.
Wow.
He didn't tell, do you want to become? He didn't ask, oh, are you ready to take up sannyas? He didn't tell anything. He just declared, you are going to become a sannyasi of the Nityananda order. Get ready.
Wow.
And when I heard that, to be very frank, when I heard that, I literally felt like somebody who's been a beggar for 100,000 lifetimes. Suddenly he's hitting a jackpot.
Wow.
How he will feel.
Yes.
A beggar, not just beggar in this lifetime, a beggar in every muscle memory, every bio memory, every past of him has been a beggar for 100,000 years. And he's receiving an unending treasure.
Wow.
How he will feel. It was like something inside me just opened up. I got down from the stage and then I danced for 2.5 hours. I would have danced because I don't know how else to express myself. And it was like, he asked me 3 times, right, to know whether I knew the purpose of my life. But at that time, it wasn't revealed to me. And Swamiji revealed the purpose of my life to me. And I can tell very clearly that until you hit the purpose of your life, you may be doing so many different things. You may be having the best of your jobs. You may be having the best of family, the best of lifestyle, best of comfort. But somewhere in you, you will not feel fulfilled.
Right.
And that was exactly what I had. I was not like in a great depression or anything, but the life just wasn't fulfilling me. I had the dream job that I thought I wanted. I had the dream company that I always wanted to. I had a very good lifestyle, a beautiful family, but that just wasn't fulfilling me.
No. I can totally relate. Even coming from a Western context, I think one of the greatest compliments I've ever heard, the thing that made me feel the most like an insider here, our Sannyas sister, Ma Achala Swami, she once told me that she was asking Swamiji something about me specifically. He had given, at that time, he had blessed me to stay with her in her room as a roommate. And she said, no Westerner has ever stayed in this room before. Why Swarupa Priya? And he laughed and he said, she's not a Westerner.
Oh my God.
And for me, that was
I can so relate to that.
That just flooded me. I felt like dancing for hours, the way you described. It's like, no matter how close I came to Hinduism, no matter how much I live by the vegetarian lifestyle and won't leave my room without rudrakshas and kavi and bhasma and kumkum, no matter how much I aligned my life to Hinduism, there was always an inner pain point. Why do I have to be Western? Why can't I really be an insider? Why can't I be Indian? The moment I heard that he told her that, oh, she's not a Westerner, it's like the completion fulfilled me. And this is the kind of thing that I find sometimes even our unvoiced yearnings, whether it's for sannyas, whether it's to feel like we belong, he'll find a way to not only bless us with that, but to make it known so that we can't doubt or question it anymore.
One thing I am able to relate to what you're saying, because I always had this question, why did I have to meet Swamiji when I was 25?
Yes.
And I should have met him in 2004, which is exactly when I graduated. I should have met him like exactly when I finished my university. Why did I have to go through all of that? And, most of you may be aware, I had a very short-lived marriage. And I was like, for me, I should have taken up sannyas and I didn't see anybody. I didn't
Yes.
get involved in any kind of relationship. I got out of it. I took sannyas, but still there was always this feeling in me like why shouldn't why do I have to go through all of that and then come up taken sannyas? I should have just met Swamiji much earlier, and things would have been much different.
Right.
I always used to feel like that.
Yes.
And then over the course of my life here, when I'm sharing my life, how I was married, how I got divorced, and then how Swamiji came into my life, and how I took up how sannyas was the path for me. Actually, after I came to Adinam, Swamiji called me once and he said, "Who told you to get married?" I said, "Well, Swamiji, in India, nobody actually thinks for it, right? When you are 17, you go to engineering. When you're 21, you either take up a job or you do masters. When you're 23, 24, if you're a girl, you just go through the flow of life."
Yes.
And he told me that your horoscope, my jataka, my horoscope was meant for sannyas horoscope.
Wow.
See, whoever I had married, if at all I was in a marriage, either the marriage will break or the person will die.
Wow.
Somewhere the relationship will break, because that's not the purpose of my life.
Wow.
And when I share this in the class, every time in the class there will at least be 2 to 3 people who really just relate with my story.
Yes. Absolutely.
Then I understand, okay, there is a higher purpose for which things happen in our life. So when I'm taking up the sannyas lifestyle, where the life itself is for enriching others, the life has prepared me to live this lifestyle and prepared my life to be in a way where others can live. I was never a people's person. I never liked going with people. No. I never liked, if somebody gives me like a 6 feet by 6 feet room, and with a bathroom attached and food coming in through some plate, I would live there for the rest of my life. And then the first time I came here to the Adinam, and Swamiji said, "Jnanatma, you are going to be the in charge of HR." And I didn't even know what HR. Yeah, I didn't even know HR was human resource. I was like, "What do you mean?" I never saw myself as somebody relating to people, and I'm here. As a programs coordinator and conducting programs since the beginning of this year, every single day, meeting with participants, and that's my life, and I enjoy it.
Yes.
And I don't feel constrained. I really feel the best of me has come out because Swamiji brought it out of me. I'm so grateful to Swamiji for that.
Absolutely. Me too. And I think for those of you who have never been here to a program, the best scene that can encapsulate the average moment in Jnanatma Swami's life during the break of a program, if you picture a mother duck walking with all the little ducklings chasing behind, you'll see her walking with various members of her team running behind, with various program participants running behind. And it's like she's just carrying all these people. You have your own entourage. So someone who is always a loner would be happy in your 6x6 box.
If at all somebody feels, sannyas means you move away from family. Well, not really. Sannyas is you expand yourself. You expand your family. Instead of just having, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister as your only family, you now have the whole world as a family. Right. Every 21 days in Inner Awakening, a new group of people as my family. We live together for 16, 18 hours at every single day for 21 days. Yes. Every Mahasadashivoham, the entire Mahasadashivam participants, 31 days, you spend like 18 hours with them every single day.
And we're talking like 1,000 people plus.
Exactly.
This isn't a small number of people.
And I have done this over the last 8 years being the programs coordinator here in Adi Kailaya. So I have this, few 100,000 people in my family. Yes. And it's not that you run away from your responsibilities. You take on larger responsibilities where you feel, oh, wow. See, outside, right? You always feel, why me? Yes. Why me? Why this has to happen to me? Oh, why I have to lose my job? Why this person has to do this to me? Why this person has to speak like this to me? So the whole life is why me? And when you take sannyas, the life of why me changes to wow me. Right. You're like, wow, I'm able to do this as well. Oh, wow, I'm able to take classes. Oh, wow, I'm able to help so many people. Yes. Wow, I'm able to be an instrument for Swamiji, for this person to experience transformation, for this person to manifest powers, for this person to experience completion. So sannyas, if I have to tell, is transformation of you from why me to wow me.
Beautifully said, Ma. Absolutely. From why me to wow me. And it also shows how all the loose ends of your life get woven together in such a beautiful tapestry. I've seen things like my life was filled with boredom, like a flat line of boredom, followed by a really mystical experience that would give a spike, followed by a boredom, followed by a mystical experience. And it came to the point that I started to really find myself seeking, not because I wanted any noble life dedicated to a higher purpose, but because I wanted that spike to go on forever. I didn't want the spike to end. What I've discovered with Swamiji is that not only the spikes don't end, but they increase.
I
grow.
can't agree more.
Yes. And I also see when I look back at all of those mystical experiences that I called spikes, they always happened in a way that I couldn't identify what they were. Like, wow, I love that, but what was it? And so I had difficulty communicating it to others. This is part of the reason I was so shy.
You didn't want to?
I felt like, whatever I really want to tell people, there's no way I can say it. They'll either think I'm crazy or it won't make any...
still feel.
Thank you so much. Either they'll think I'm crazy in a bad way.
If you come to Adikailaya, one thing that you will feel, we are not normal people.
We're
Each
not
of us
normal
are crazy
people.
in our own ways. So like, I'm not, I am.
Yes.
She's crazy too, and I'm crazy too, and we enjoy our craziness.
Exactly. Let's all be crazy
Celebrate
together.
your craziness, and
Yes.
that's sannyas.
That's
You don't
sannyas.
have to be like another, person from a mold, right? You're not made out of a mold. You're not made out of a machine. You're hand-carved, handpicked by
Yes.
Sadashiva himself.
Yes.
Be crazy, enjoy your craziness, enjoy others' craziness.
Okay,
That's
so
it.
you said the word hand-painted.
Hand-picked.
Hand-picked. Oh, I heard hand-painted because my mind always goes to makeup. I really want to share this one experience because one of the things that happened to me when I was living in Vancouver that was so life-changing in a way that at the time I didn't realize it was one night I got home from work at about 9 o'clock. I worked the closing shift at a fashion retail store. Then I got really dressed up in Western style. So whatever would be the cool kind of top at the time, the best pair of jeans at the time, spiky high-heeled shoes. I had a really short hairstyle. It was shoulder length. I designed it all different, asymmetrical.
And what are we going for?
Did my makeup.
And
I
for
was
what?
going for a party.
Oh,
There was
wow.
one huge party in downtown Vancouver. It was one of those parties where you get the flyer and it gives you a number to text message. And if the text message person decides to give you the address, they give you the address. They call it a flyer party. It's like a
So it's
rave.
like a date.
No, not like a date. It's like a rave.
Rave means?
Oh, God.
Our
Our Brahmin-born Jnanatma Swami.
I don't even know what it is.
You lived a very sattvic life.
Of course I did.
A rave is a place where they play electronic music and people get stupidly drunk and do all kinds of drugs and go for experiences that are more psychedelic. And so I was all dressed up. I was ready to go out. My
And
friend,
get your psychedelic experience.
not really. I had already decided not to do drugs at that point, but almost all my friends were DJs. It's like the circle that I ran with. And so I got all dressed up and I was standing waiting to get on the bus.
Om Namo Nityanandaya, Namo Namo Nityanandaya, Om Namo Nityanandaya, Sadashivaya, Om Nityananda Sadashiva Mahadeva Se, Ninada Adagun Jadamudi Mise. I see you